You're very welcome for this opportunity. Introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm the Shining Vince Diamond. I'm a new wrestler here at Super Shogun Wrestling. And Prudence was very kind enough to give me an invitation to come get an interview.
Yep, that was before your match tonight.
Yes, it was.
Yep, I would have, yeah, probably would have waited a bit. What was your match now?
Well, I wasn't technically scheduled for one.
Oh, no.
But I still felt a little sore about what had happened between me and Caesar Asher at the four-way.
Oh.
So I wanted to call him out, and the way I put it specifically, I wanted to kick his teeth so far down his throat that he'd be wiping cavities.
Oh, you were so proud about that line, too. It was cute. It was a good line.
But
and
then he decided to send out his buddy, who happens to be, about 80 pounds heavier than him?
Okay, so first, Vince Diamond.
Yes.
That's not how he didn't send him out. Bojack came out behind him. Okay.
Yeah, and then he told him, come get me.
Okay, and?
I guess I would classify that as him sending it, but it's all a matter of opinion, I guess.
But why is that bad, though?
Well, I guess it's because I wanted to fight Caesar.
So, you want something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I didn't get it.
You don't always get what you want, right? Aren't there songs about that?
I'm not crying about it.
Okay.
But
Caesar
it seems like it's worth the conversation.
You don't get things what you want from Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you called him out. That was a mistake. You know you're on his list now, right?
Happy to be on it.
I have to say though, I have to say for against Bojack, you gave good. I really was worried.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
For him, for more than just a second.
And I would imagine Caesar felt the same way, and that's probably why he sent Bojack in there, because he probably knew he couldn't finish the job.
No, I wouldn't. No.
Maybe not. It's all speculative. We have no idea what would have happened. He didn't have that one-on-one with me.
But he'd win. Bojack won.
I also recall I had Bojack down, and then Caesar decided to jump up on the apron. And then Bojack decided to hit me below the belt while the ref was talking to Caesar, and then hit me with two stunners.
He just while he was getting up, bruh.
You're right. He was behind my back. I didn't see it.
He just slipped.
But the problem is his foot connected with my testicles. That's where the issue. Look, I'm not saying it was a bad thing. Everything that we perceive as bad.
Beautiful.
I'm glad you think so.
Mm.
Yeah. I can think of a few people who do them better, but yeah, he does it fine, I guess. Have you not heard of Stone Cold Steve Austin or Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I've heard of Kevin Owens' side, I guess. I've heard of both of those people. I've watched both of those people.
Yeah. They're pretty good. I like them both.
They're all right, yeah. I like Bojack better.
Bojack's all
right. So I take it you've been a wrestling fan for a long time then?
It's the first thing outside of, a mother or whatnot. The first thing I recall ever actually loving. It's the only thing I've ever actually considered being something that I wanted to do. As a small child, sure, there were, you watch movies and you see, being a scientist sounded like it would be fun when I was, 5 or 6 years old. But it's not what you think it is when you're 5 or 6 years old. You come to find out you're not making potions and building robots.
No.
But wrestling is, it's always been the same thing to me. It's the only thing that I've ever done. We've all done every wrestler's done some of the backyard wrestling stuff.
Right.
And it's the only thing I've ever done that I actually felt fulfilled in doing. Friends would come over and we'd do the trampoline stuff sometimes. At my mom's, we'd do trampoline stuff. At dad's, you had to do it on the ground. There was no trampoline. So I had harder friends at my dad's, softer ones at my mom's. But it all kind of worked out. But it was every friend that came over that would wrestle, right around that 7-hour mark, they're ready to go inside and play video games. And I was the one that's like, no, dude, hit me with the chair again. Let's keep going. I actually recall over at my mom's house, which is where we did the trampoline wrestling. It's almost creepy to think back, but my mom was friends with the neighbor that lived parallel across the street. And come to find out, while we were wrestling on the trampoline, he's got a pair of binoculars because he was allegedly a wrestling fan. My mom would hang out with the guy, and he told her that he would watch us wrestle on the trampoline. And thinking back as an adult, it's a little ew. As the 15-year-old, though, it only dawned on me that I had a fan. So now we're starting to do crazier stuff. That's when I'd take my stepdad's 15-foot ladder, and I'd start jumping off the ladder on the tramp. That's when I got my dad's camcorder. We'd go behind my friend Brett's pole barn. I'd start getting lit on fire. We'd record that stuff. We started doing like jackass stuff, but we'd implement different wrestling spots. My friend Brett, his family, they bred German Shepherds. So after a while, they stopped doing it, and they just had this huge quantity of chain link fence leaned up against their pole barn. So it was tall enough that if you could walk up the side, because it's almost like a ladder, you could climb up onto the roof. So now we're running down, getting momentum. You jump back, and we're taking bumps off of it onto this chain link fence.
No.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Y'all are lucky. Y'all. Everybody can walk still.
Yeah. We're all doing okay. Well, I was mostly the one doing the crazy stuff. I had a brother named RJ. He would do some of the crazy stuff too, but he wasn't. He did it because we were doing it. He wasn't doing it because he really enjoyed doing it. So he kind of got out of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say doing dumb stuff, but doing stuff that can hurt myself to entertain other people, get a reaction. It's always been something I loved. It's always been something that kind of, I don't want to say it comes naturally to me, but I naturally love doing it.
So were you a drama kid then?
No, unfortunately in school, I had a really hard time focusing and paying attention.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do the extracurricular stuff, a lot of times you had to pass every single class. So, there was like 1 year I was able to play a full year of football. But that was really it as far as sports went. I did wrestle in the 9th grade, which, funny story, obviously since I love wrestling, I always wanted to go into wrestling.
Okay.
So ever since the 1st grade, I hear about the wrestling team. But, either I was failing reading or something. Every year I was failing something and I was unable to join the wrestling team. And I get to 9th grade, or 8th grade, excuse me, and I'm finally able to join the wrestling team. And I show up and I didn't have sneakers. I had like cowboy boots. So I couldn't train with those. So I had to take them off, work on my socks. But we're doing these like uphill running exercises. Get down on your hands, pretend you're running uphill. I pushed down, like all my weight went on my big toe. This is my first day of practice. I broke my big toe doing that and had to sit out the rest of the season. It took me like 9 years to get there. And first day I broke my toe, couldn't have a single match.
I'm sorry.
That's just how it played out. I mean,
did you ever be on the team again?
No. I ended up dropping out the next year.
Well,
I failed so much throughout high school that eventually I was 17 and I didn't have enough credits to even technically say I was in the 10th grade. So eventually the principal pulls me in and pretty much explains that even if I got like A's from then on, I probably was just going to fail. I remember one year, like the 8th grade, I failed and was to get held back. And they told me even going to summer school wouldn't help. But my buddy, he had the exact same thing, failed the same classes. He went to summer school and they passed him the next year. But they told me not to go because it wouldn't help. So I got held back.
Isn't that a BIT?
Yeah.
And nobody, the whole entirety of your whole school was like, hey, why don't we help this kid so they're not failing? Just let them fail in it. Let them keep failing and just move them on. What?
There were attempts.
Because you're obviously intelligent. Like we wouldn't be able to converse like this otherwise. Exactly. That's why you help until we find a way to What
should have happened was I should have been forced into the special education program. The problem was they would offer it to me. And back then, it wasn't really looked at as the same way as it is now. Like it was mostly kids with, you know, physical or very strong handicaps.
You make fun of them kids. That's what it was. And you didn't want to be in that kind of class because people would make fun of you.
And I was afraid.
Let's be real. Like,
I mean, I didn't make fun of the kids.
No, but like
I didn't want to be made fun of.
Exactly. Other people did it.
And they should have just forced me into it. And like anything else, you know, you sink or swim, I would have swam. But since they made it an option, I chose not. And
and that's stupid. It's because there's other ways to do that. They can like also like do like that kind of thing, but like have little parapros go into the class now. Absolutely. So you don't have to go into that class. So it's like less anxiety.
Absolutely.
For the kid.
It just wasn't offered to me. But you know, still get to live my dream. So
I'm so
no
glad.
point in dwelling on that.
No, you trained at Shogun. I know because I've been here while you've been training. Where else? Anywhere else?
Oh no, this is it.
Just Shogun.
Yep, this is the only ring I've ever been in.
Did you graduate? Did you get your butt? I know. I want to know for yes.
I've yet to be handed the certificate, but I have been told that I have graduated the class. But I do still show up every single Wednesday and Saturday, so I do still train, and I show up to help everybody else train as much as I can. But I think I still need as much help as anybody else. There is so much to this craft that
you're always learning, right?
Absolutely.
I think you're doing really well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That was a really good match. I think I got the part where you amazed me, and I don't know the names of any of the moves.
I struggle with that too.
It frustrates me.
Try describing it.
No, I can't. But it was where you pinned Bojack.
The spine buster.
Yeah, but it was the moves leading up to that. That was probably the very most realistic way that could have happened. I wouldn't have believed it. Like, he's such a massive, strong beast of a man. And anything short of the series of things that happened to make that happen, like, I wouldn't have bought it. Not even a little bit.
Absolutely.
And it makes me angry when I don't like it. That was beautiful, and I appreciate that. And
Thank you very much.
I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So don't do that fake BS, because that's ugly and people don't like that. Like, I hear it. It's not just me. So that's all. Do you just wrestle at Shogun right now?
As of right now, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I missed the first show, so I've been here since the second one when they started at this building. And ever since that one, I realized that every federation has something to offer. But I see something really special with this one, and I really want to be a part of doing whatever I can to help build off of this and help this specific one out. I see so much potential in this place. I almost like some sort of almost like a Japanese lucha underground classic, like NWA all mashed together vibe. I've always gotten that vibe. Not that it's exactly the same thing, but it's like...
It's that vibe-ish.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely that vibe-ish. And I say it all the time. I know I say it, but it's literally my favorite promotion. Like, it's them, Chaos. It's right underneath. Like, it's them all the way. Like, I'm a ride or die. Always. That's why I drive up. Somebody said, oh, you drive all the way from Grand Rapids? That must be a BIC in the winter. No, I don't care. I don't care. I drove up here in a blizzard.
Shogun.
I don't give a rat's. I don't care. Concussion 3, like, I was having a really bad with memory and finding my way places. I remember how to get up here. This is the only place that I remember how to get to. I remembered the detour that they had us take.
concussions
I
are
didn't
rough.
think I did. It is. I didn't. He said, no, you remember it. I did.
I've only ever had one. I think it was when I was maybe
Really? Only one?
maybe 5.
Holy cow.
Yeah. My dad was at work. We're at a babysitter's house.
Oh, Lord.
She had all the details are kind of difficult. I had a concussion and I was 5.
mean, imagine.
But we were outside. They had a little basketball area.
Mm-hmm.
It was cement and everything. There were some older kids. I would say maybe 12, 13, I don't know, something like that. But I know that they took my older brother and they lifted him up and he grabbed a hold of the basketball hoop. They let go. He just kind of dangled there for a second, let go, landed on his feet. And then they're like, all right, Vince's turn. So they put me up there. I'm like 5, 6, I don't know, 4 or 5. I'm holding on to it. And I guess I had a little bit of a sway going when I let go because my legs went forward. I fell and I just fucking smashed the back of my head off the cement. And then,
you did shaken baby syndrome.
Yeah, it was like, I just recall being like, it's one of my first memories, but I remember being like in and out of it, kind of. They took me in, laid me on the couch. I just kept being like, I want to go to sleep. And they're like, you cannot go to sleep. I remember going in the MRI machine, and that was right after the first X-Men movie came out. Because I remember being in there and being like, this is that thing they put Wolverine in when he got to the X-Mansion. My dad's like, yeah, don't freak out. It's weird.
Keep him talking.
Yeah, that's really, wow, yeah, that had to have been, were you scared then after you like realized?
I guess when it happened.
So out of it?
Well, yeah, because I had.
Yeah, right.
I guess I had no idea what was going on. It was just like, for one, that's around the age where like you wake up as it is, you know, like consciously. Like that's when your memories usually start forming. You start holding on to them. So yeah, that's one of my first memories is just feeling the impact on the back of my head, and then just for weeks. Like the doctor just said, my dad just let me go home and sleep as much as I need, get rest, keep an eye on me. So he'd just give me a lot of fluids. He put a bed right next to the bathroom. I'd wake up every like 30, 40 minutes and throw up from like dizziness, and I'd have to drink a glass of water, go back to sleep, and that was process repeat every day for a couple of weeks until that went away. And then we got a new babysitter, I think.
I can imagine you probably did.
Yeah. Didn't become millionaires off it though, so I'm guessing there was no legal actions taken.
Probably not.
It's okay though.
I mean, not everybody immediately thinks of that.
Yeah. Some
people just, I wouldn't have probably. He might.
It's just one of many scenarios that could have taken place. I like to think of the multiverse options, and maybe there's one where I became a millionaire out of it.
I mean, at least you're not dead.
Absolutely. There's one where that killed me.
Yeah, and you're not like wrestling and at like the greatest promotion, and like literally the greatest promotion.
It's the best I've seen in a very long time.
Right.
It's a very much a dream come true.
I want them to be a franchise.
That would be awesome. An incredible roster, great management, just a great locker room.
And they're so good.
Absolutely.
They're so good to their people.
Yes.
And I say it, and I say it, and I say it. Do you want a mint?
No, thank you.
Okay. Sorry, my mouth. No, I say it ad nauseum, but that's what makes. And there were so many freaking people here.
Yeah. It was a good crowd, especially for. Yeah, I think they counted 120, 140, something like that.
Okay. And it wasn't it wasn't 140. It was an actual like 100. Yeah, it wasn't a packed house. I broke the wall for a reason.
They announced your matches and drew that.
Yeah, and there was only 2 weeks to promote it. There was very little promotion done. Everybody could just share whatever graphic they made, and
I was like, "Yay! There's a show." I don't even care. Like, whatever.
It's Shogun. You know it's gonna be good.
No, literally. It's Shogun. You know it's gonna be good.
Yep, going to a Shogun show, it's like you make a PB&J with Smuckers. You know it's going to be good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, and if you're going to be in a match, you know it's going to be good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I liked your entrance. I feel you got to just put a little more soul in it.
I'm trying to work on it.
You got some fans, though. You got some little girlies. I know you got some little girlies screaming for you, though.
I think it might be the hair.
You got
the
some
hair of the
fans.
tattoos.
You are sparkly as all get out.
Thank you so much.
No, you were working it, though. No, sparkly. No. You were working it. You were working it. You didn't die. I was very happy about that. I don't care what I said in any of my videos. I am happy that you didn't die.
Thank you so much.
And you did very well.
Thank you.
And I hope to see very good things from you. But don't come at my boys, okay? That's all. Just don't come at my boys, okay?
All right.
Because I like you. And I want to continue to keep liking you. You didn't think I forgot, did you?
No.
Okay.
You know what? And I like you too, and because I like you so much, I'll stop kicking the crap out of Bojack and Caesar so much.
Okay, why don't you focus on Braun? Because he's icky.
Okay.
Okay, he's an icky poo-poo man, and I don't like him, and nobody likes him. Look.
A shot at the champ? They don't sound bad.
I feel like you should be, look, I feel like just work through everybody else except for Bo. Just leave the men alone. Just leave them alone. Just let them do what they do. Just think of them as the mafia. Okay. Okay. Just leave them alone. Let them do what they do.
I'll bust everybody else's spines.
Yes. Yes. Just bust them all. Just work through them. Everybody else. I believe in you. I have faith.
Thank you.
Just bust them all. Get to Braun. Beat him up. Beat him up. I would love to see that. Can you throw people? Work on it.
Like an Irish whip, throw people?
What's an Irish whip?
Grab them by the arm, throw them from one end of the ring to the other?
Nope.
Or you may pick them up over my head and throw them?
That or like whoop. Like, yes.
I could suplex Braun.
Yeah. Can you suplex him?
I could hold him there. I could pick him up and hold him.
I want him to slam on the ground.
Give him a jackhammer, Goldberg style.
That would be lovely.
I could probably.
Yes.
Yeah, if I did a jackhammer, I'm at least 90% sure I could put somebody through the canvas. You know,
that'd be funny.
Bill was a great football player. He was an all right wrestler. He didn't. The jackhammer was good, but he didn't. If he timed it better, he could have put people through the canvas. Right? I always noticed that.
Funny.
Thank you.
I'll finish the story.
No, keep talking.
But yeah, anytime I saw Bill do the move, especially at practice and whatnot, he picks the dudes up over his head, and as he does spins into the jackhammer, I just noticed, like I try to tell him, like, Bill, you gotta time that turn better. And I got up there, I showed him. I picked up the dude, it was actually, I think Mark Henry. I picked him up over my head for the jackhammer, and I held him there for probably 2 minutes because I had to explain to Bill exactly how to time this right. And Mark started getting tired, actually. So I showed him like exactly how to take. You have to come off of 1 foot, but then as you twist into it, and I drove Mark Henry through the mat, and Bill didn't know what to do about that. So he punched a limo and he hurt his arm. But yeah, that's jackhammers. I could do that.
I bet that was a really fun story, but I don't know who those guys are.
You don't know Bill Goldberg or Mark Henry?
Bill Goldberg, that name sounds familiar.
Somewhat of a household name here and there.
LOL, not for me.
No?
Nope.
He's not for everybody, I guess. He's cool. I like him. He's strong. He's big. He did football.
Yeah.
No, the other guy, he lifted a lot of really heavy weights. He was a strong guy. Allegedly, some say.
Well, he's done things no one else can do.
Yeah, he is the world's strongest man.
Is he a big man?
Yeah, very large.
Yeah, you don't remember the Hall of Pain in WWE? World's Strongest Slam, Mark Henry? Bent on Destruction.
Never seen that.
No?
No.
You might have to do a deep dive. He's cool.
Like, I'm now just now starting to watch and learn about WWE stuff. Like, I'm very slowly because I work an office job 8 to 5.
Okay.
And then a gas station Tuesday and Thursday after that office job from 5:30 to 10.
Okay.
And then Sunday from 4 to 10.
Well, I should probably apologize for going on that joking tangent then.
Yeah, and then I also clean houses, sometimes offices, on the days I don't work the gas station.
Okay.
And then sometimes I don't, and sometimes I clean my house.
I feel you on that
Or
one.
cook, or sometimes I just like molt into my couch or my bed.
I don't cook anymore. I'll just go to Walmart, grab a
love to
rotisserie
cook.
chicken.
Oh my God, I love to cook so
I used to love
much.
it. I used to.
Do you?
I used to.
Why don't you cook anymore then? Probably the same reason I don't cook, because you're like, oh God, I'm so tired from existing.
Oh, for one, I come from a big family. I never learned, like, if I make a meal, like, I'm used to that big family. So, like, if I make pasta, I just out of habit, like, I'll throw a whole box in there, and then me and my wife are just sitting there, like, after they all expanded, it's like, here's a whole pot. Like, so I ended up getting up to like 230 pounds.
Oh, Pete.
And then I stopped cooking, went on a diet, started eating right, got down to about 160, and now I've worked my way up to about 185.
Okay.
And yeah, well, I'm about 200 now.
It's probably, it looks like muscle.
No, it's okay. I'm getting there. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, well, that's good. And
Bojack's not done beating up people.
they're so violent.
Sounds like Crow. I don't think they're done with him yet.
That's fine. It's whatever.
Turn outside off. The problem.
Oh, that might be Nick.
He left.
Brad beating up Nick.
No more bull. No more.
Right? They're interrupting a future star. It's okay. They're allowed to do whatever they want. Remember?
Apparently nobody can stop them.
No, I don't even.
I came pretty close tonight, though.
They're allowed to do whatever they want.
That's what they think.
Have you ever seen The Princess Bride?
That movie.
Huh?
I love that movie.
They're as you wish.
Oh, they're farm boy.
That's what you say to them, as you wish. The only answer they get.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have Princess Bride quotes in my head.
Yeah.
My name is Inigo Montoya. Would you kill my father? Prepare to die.
That's very good. I can't do that. My tongue just goes.
Roll.
I cannot roll.
I tried teaching my wife how to do it. She can't seem to figure it out either.
No.
I learned it from watching the movie Selena way back in the day.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, there's a scene in the
Your
beginning.
wife is lovely, by the way.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There's a scene in the beginning.
There's a scene in the beginning where Selena's talking. She's a little girl in the beginning. She's talking to her dad. I'm guessing she spoke primarily English in her early couple of years, but her dad's teaching her Spanish, and I think he's actually singing a song to her. She's trying to sing it, and he's rolling his tongue, and she's having a hard time doing it. So he's like, gently hold the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and then just blow. And then she did it, and then I was just like, holy shit, I did it. So that's how I learned how to roll my tongue.
All right.
Watching a movie.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
So, I have an overwhelming urge not to talk for a minute.
Turn outside off. The problem you created is a political one. You have something that we want. The new Ed Tag Team title. November 15th, we're coming for you and welcoming you to the den.
Those you boys.
Up, bitch.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I was being quiet. I'm sorry. He's a bitch. I'll hit him if you want me to. Okay.
It just sounded
I will hurt myself, but I'll still hit him.
sounded like a Chucky laugh. I had to imitate it.
How very dare you? No, thank you.
Isn't imitation the sincerest form of flattery? I was imitating him, not mocking him.
I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking him.
So apparently at New Age Pro Wrestling is going to be Sons of Saginaw versus the Den.
For some U.S. tag team titles. Ugh.
You can cut that out, right? Because I don't want to. I'm not advertising for them. I just wanted to try and be quiet for their stupid, ugly, bullshit ass profile. Anyway.
There's another tape going on.
Oh my Christ! I'm not gonna be quiet this fucking time. We'll just talk normally. Yeah. Anyway, I love that you do help the newbies, though. It's cute. You do because you know stuff, even though you're still learning. You know more than them.
Yeah, from what it sounds like, I'm just one of the people that can kind of just naturally gravitate to it. I know the first day I came in, it was just after a show. I asked Jared or Mad Dog if I could just come in one of the days and just try hitting the ropes, just because I've always wanted to get in the ring, see how it feels. He said there was training going on the next Saturday, so I could come by, and I saw JJ in there with Caleb and Jacob and Steven and Trennan, and they asked me to get in, and it was like, go ahead and take a bump. And when I was a teenager, I watched all the YouTube videos, like how to be a pro wrestler, how to do this, how to do that.
Lovely.
So they did one, showed me how to take a bump, and it came right back, all those YouTube videos, and I did it, and JJ gave Jared a look like, are you ribbing me? What do you mean this guy's new? So he asked me to run the ropes, and I did pretty good at that. He holds his hand out. He's like, go ahead and drop kick it. And I hit a drop kick, and he looks at Jared, and he's like, anything he can't do? So that was kind of a cool feeling.
I love JJ.
JJ's so cool.
Yeah. No, that's one of the reasons, this is one of 3 schools, I'll personally, recommend. I know there's a lot of great schools out there. I do. But, again, this is my top promotion, but it's also one of 3 schools that I'll recommend. If somebody says, hey, I'm interested in wrestling, I'll be like, hey, there's this great school. I know it's, in West Branch, but, you can go all day.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, you can, and again, it's such a good environment. And I'm not wrong, right?
No, it's a great environment.
Because I've been here for literally hours. And you can't fake the kind of environment that this is.
Yeah, it's so welcoming.
For as long as I'm here for.
I mean, Crow made his debut tonight. And not only did the crowd just love and accept him, the locker room, they weren't nuts for him. They loved that guy.
No, it was wonderful. It was beautiful. It was a great to see.
It was so cool. Earlier today, there was a little bit of training going on, and I saw the Den working with them. They're going over the international, and I'm just kind of sitting there with a smirk, I taught him that. I taught Crow that international. I did.
Oh,
yeah,
that was so cute.
Yeah. Yep. He and I get together typically every Wednesday and Saturday, and we'll come and we'll work on our stuff together. And, we both did the backyard wrestling stuff a lot when we were. No, not when he.
Together?
No. I'm 10 years older than him.
Oh.
So he's still pretty fresh.
He?
He's 18, I believe.
Okay, so you're 28 then.
I'll be 28 in March.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're still both babies.
I don't feel like
it's
that
just
anymore.
A baby, your baby.
It feels like yesterday I was telling people I'm 18, 19, and they're like, oh, I'm jealous. I don't say I'm 27, and people are like, oh, God, I wish. I don't hear that. I don't hear that as much as when I said I'm 18, I'm 19.
I mean, I suppose, but most people are probably your age now, right?
Some of them, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the age that you are gonna be getting into more matches and being seen more, and what's the goal eventually?
Eventually, I guess the goal would be to be the world heavyweight champion. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I'd like.
Okay. Fair enough. I swear. Yes.
Bow down to the rules.
Even though
and welcome to the game.
He's gonna cut this out again, And he's going to cut it out because I hate New Age with a passion.
Oh.
And I'm going to say that, so he's going to have to cut it out. But I can't talk over them. Okay. All right, they're done. All right.
You guys shoot her up.
Do you have any burning desire to wrestle anywhere else? Maybe in the future?
I guess at the moment, I would like to hone my craft as much as I can here, and then take as much knowledge as I can get here, and then go out somewhere. But I don't know. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into branching out and going to other promotions just because I'm still so fresh and new into this first one. Oh, no,
definitely. I can't imagine you're going anywhere anytime soon.
I don't think so, no.
No, not anytime soon, but maybe after your heavyweight. What is it? God dang, I'm so bad with titles.
The heavyweight championship title?
After you take it from Poo Poo Head, because I know he's going to hold on to it because he's going to cheat every match. Because he is just awful. He's an awful, stupid head. Looks like a serial killer.
You believe what he did to Tortelli?
He is a cheater face. He's ugly. He's an ugly human being. That thing on the wall, that's him. That's him. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna beat him up. You're gonna get there. So after that, then you can go to my second favorite promotion. Because Chaos is great too. So yeah. Because then you'll be like,
where's Chaos located at?
New Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
But this is still the best.
Yeah. This is definitely something I'm extremely proud to be a part of.
But Chaos is pretty dope. Rob is great. He's great to his people too. I promise. I wouldn't recommend him otherwise. So
thank you.
But yeah. So thank you for sitting with us. And
absolutely.
Then once you are even more famous there, then you will have to come back around like in a year or so. And
I'd love to.
Maybe come sit with me again.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. Oh yes. Do you have socials? Are you on the socials? You have to share your socials.
I'm on Facebook. Vince Diamond.
He's so shiny. Just on no YouTube?
Nah.
Not yet.
I mean, I got some matches on YouTube, but it's all under you just look up Super Shogun.
Super Shogun. Okay.
Anything after I'm in the Ronin Rumble.
Okay.
And then I'm in a few things after that.
All right.
And I'll be in many things to come, I hope.
Okay. All right. Thank you much.
Thank you very much.